correspondent of your college, head of the department, faculty, mechanical engineering department, student of mechanical engineering department, and other students from other institution for giving me this opportunity to talk about the new product design and development for this forum. Really, I very much pleased to inform you that this kind of lecture will enhance the knowledge of students as well as the faculty member who are doing the research in this area. So my presentation, I will present my window. Before that, I will introduce some of the design thing what already they are going on in the outside world is, why this new product development is essential. That I want to mention some few lines, then I will go to my presentation. Before 2000, that is year 2000, we have looking for a concept that every new year we need a new product or new concept or new design of anything. Suppose you have a car, for every new year you must need a new kind of car. Similarly, if you have a new vehicle or two-wheeler, for the new year you need a new two-wheeler. Likewise, only before 2000 it was there. After 2000, the revolution of the CAD technologies and the design area, every day they need a new design. Not only every year. Before 2000, it was every new year they need a new design. But at present, they need a new design for every day. So every moment they need a design. So in olden days, what the designer has designed, we can purchase that component for our taste only. But nowadays, that is what we called the supplier oriented. Suppliers, whatever they are going to supply, that we have to purchase and we can use them for our requirement. Nowadays, it is not a case like that. Here today, we have customer oriented. Whatever may be the customer require, based on that, we are going to produce the component for that purpose only. The new design and the product design is very, very essential at this juncture. So, as a mechanical engineer, we are always bothered about the design as well as the manufacture. These two are very, very important for our area. So every mechanical engineer should know how to design a component, and after designing, how it can be manufactured. These two things are very, very essential for the new product development. With this small introduction about the new product development, I will present my PowerPoint so that we will go one by one. Okay, just look into this so that you see my PowerPoint. Everybody can see the PowerPoint?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
It is visible, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it is a new design, product design and development. It is a webinar for the Sheikh of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Yanamani College of Technology. Okay. Now, my presentation consists of, based on these topics: new product design. Why need of a new product design? Then product development, how we have to develop the new product. Then new product development strategies. Then new product development processes. Then how can you get a successful product development? And then finally you should know what is the product life cycle, that is PLC. Okay. Now, first of all, we will go with the new product design. What is the new product design? Today, every organization has to design, develop, introduce new products for their survival in the market and at the same time for their growth strategy. Every industry, they need to survive in the market and also they need to grow together along with the market level. So these two fundamental criteria that you need a introduction of the new product. Product design is conceptualization of an idea what you have about a particular product, and you transform your idea into the real product or a reality. That is called it as a product design. So for transforming your idea into reality, certain specification about the product is to be prepared. So without the product knowledge, without the specification of the product, you cannot transfer your idea into the real project or real product. This specification is prepared by considering different constraints such as your production process, customer expectation. This is a very, very important because today finally your product reach to the society, there the customer are using your product. So therefore the customer taste or expectation is very, very essential for any product. So therefore the specification what you are going to prepare by considering different constraints. Okay, the constraints are here how the production process, that is manufacturing, how you are going to manufacture the component. Before that, how you are going to design, what are the design process that you are going to do. Then the customer need, these are very, very important, along with the quality of the product. In product design stage, various aspects of products are analyzed. Different aspects we are going to consider for a new product design. Also, the final decision, there are number of ideas are there. So the final decision regarding the product is taken on the basis of analysis. Because if you want to produce one particular product, there are several ideas are there. There are number of ways are there to produce a component. So you have to analyze each and every process. Then finally you can get a better product or better analysis for your final decision. That is very, very important. Now, this decision can be any aspect related to the product. Say, for example, sometimes the dimension and what kind of tolerance to be given for your assumed dimension and what kind of material that you are going to use for a particular product. There are a number of parts are there. So what kind of material is used for each and every part, that can be the decision making. So that only because the material cost is directly proportional to your product cost. So therefore, how much you are going to reduce the material cost based on this, your final product cost is also reduces. Because in market, you have to sell the component at a feasible rate. Okay, not a very low rate, not a very high rate. Depends on your quality. You have to give us a marginal amount, then only your product will be survived for a longer duration. So for this purpose only, this kind of decision making regarding the material selection, dimension, tolerances, and type of assembly and type of manufacture also equally important to take this kind of decision before designing the component. Then why we go for the new product design? What is the need? So already we have one product in the market. Why we go for a new design? Say organizations are required to design new products for the following reasons. What are the reasons? To be in business for a long time. Suppose say if you want to maintain your business in the market for a long time, based on the market change, you also change your product. If you are not changing, then you will not be no longer in the market. So no longer in the business. So therefore, the new product is essential. That is the first one. The second one is, say if you are using some product, the customers are being bored for after few hours, few years or few duration. So to satisfy the unfulfilled needs of the customer, you must change your design or you must change your product or you can design a new component. So for this is the second reason. Then in market, you are not only doing the business. There are number of people are doing business. So therefore, you can get a huge competition in the existing product. So therefore, to maintain your product quality, you must need a new product design. That is the third point. So the competitions are more. So to sustain this competition, you have to make a new product design. Then the profit margin is on the decline. Say, suppose you are having some component in the market. Over a period of time, the margin, that is the profit margin, will be going on decreases. So that time you will be alert that you can change your product strategy. So you can get a new product. So that is the another reason that I will tell you in the later stage also. The company's existing product line becomes saturated and the sale is on the sale is on the declined level. So in that case, you can go for a new product. So these are the different reasons why you need for a new product. Say, while you are doing the new product design, or while you want to launch a new product design, how much the product design and manufacturing influence your price, quality, and cycle time. That is very, very important. Price means what cost of the product that you are going to decide with the profit, and what kind of quality you can give. Say, quality means here, some of the washing machine, you see that they are given, say, 7-year warranty for their motor in the washing machine. Some of the company, they can give, say, 10-year warranty. Okay, so 10-year, your motor will not get any kind of repair. Or here 7-year, your motor will not get any kind of repair. That is called the quality. That is called the life also. Then the cycle time. So quality and cycle time are one and related. So for obtaining this price, quality, and cycle time, you have to decide very clearly the product design and manufacturing. Say, these two processes are very, very essential. So most of the cost of your new product will have 20 to 30% of the amount will be spent on manufacturing. In the design only, you are spending around, say, 70 to 80% of the cost. So the most of the amount will be spent on design area only. Only 30% maximum will be used for your manufacturing area. Then, so this is the simple sketch what you have seen in the net. It is also available here. I am given the source where I can get this diagram. It is a product development. You say in 1880, the basically say in this fashion, there are two equal diameter wheels are there.
Sorry, sir. Professor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
PPT not changed, sir. It's still in the first slide only.
Oh, now it is changed, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is in the 7th, I think.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So the product, what you have is, say, in 1818, you have a cycle with two wheels of equal diameter. Over a period of time, the people think they want to go for a new design, they can enlarge the backside wheel diameter. And after that, again, that will be having some discomfort. Again, they can be changed into 1860, there is a two wheels are same. Again, in 1870, some of them, they can do that. The front wheel will have a larger diameter and the rear wheel will have a shorter diameter. Then finally, it is also having given some problem due to the difficulty in sitting or difficulty in the pedaling. All these things will be there. So after that, in 1890, they can decide a Pakka safety bicycle. Now after 1890 to till date, you see that there are varieties of design modifications are there. In your through your Society of Automotive Engineering also, they are every year they are organizing a new cycle design. So there you can change the frame structure or you can change anything so that you can get a new design. Like that, this is the product development. If you are maintaining only one design for longer time, you will not sustain in the market because some other people will enter into the market and they will be showing their ability and the quality of the product. So therefore, every time you need a change. Suppose, say, for example, you can consider a Maruti. You know, in Maruti cars are launched in the year 1981. Around 1981 to 82 only they have launched. Up to 2000, that is 20 years duration, they have launched almost, say, 10 different varieties of Maruti cars of different models. So before 1980, we have only few cars are in the market. That is, Ambassador is there, Fiat is there, then one more Lancelot, lengthy car is there. Only few cars are available. Premier Padmini and the Fiat car and the Ambassador. Only these cars are what we have seen in the market for a longer duration after the independence of India. Then between 1980 to 2000, we have seen that over a 20 years duration, we have more number of models of car they are launched through the Maruti side. After that, now you can imagine from 2000 to 2020, you can say there are Hyundai has come and then the Marudis also they are launched some different cars are there. Then Toyota has come into picture. Likewise, every places they are doing say different cars. You see that the car model will be changed every year now. They are changing the model and also changing the shape and changing their performance. So all these things are because of only the new product development. That is the one reason. Another reason, you see that in olden days, what we are going to purchase, suppose say if you are going to purchase a mixie for your domestic applications, so you are purchasing a mixie and you are using for comfortably around 10 years to 20 years, you are using without any difficulty. So such a kind of design was there in the olden days. Nowadays, that during these olden days, they are not given any exchange offer for the product. Now they are given full warranty for the product over a period of longer duration, 10 years or 15 years like that. Now you can go and get a Preeti mixie nowadays or any other mixie. After 2 years or 3 years, the supplier can also told that, sir, you can get after 2 years, you can get a replacement. That is exchange offer. Why they get given the exchange offer means people mentality is like that every year they need a new concept and a new design. So for that purpose only, now they are given an exchange offer for any new product within a shorter duration, 2 years or 3 years. So if you are buying a one car or two-wheeler, after 5 years or 7 years, you are automatically replacing the new component by the exchange offer. Okay, so this kind of facility is nowadays available to attract the customer to get a new product. So this is also one of the strategy for your new product development. Then new product development strategy. Now, what are the strategies that you have? You say reason for new product. Now, first, before that, you should know why your component is failure. Suppose say you are launching a new product. Now, you know, I will tell you an example. There is a Bajaj company and there is a TVS company. They are manufacturing two-wheeler. Now, well, I think you may be knowing or no, I don't know. There is a one vehicle they have launched in the Bajaj group called the Sunny vehicle. Have anybody have heard that? I don't know. Sunny is just like your TVS Suzuki. There is a what do you call it, the Scooty. Scooty and the Sunny both are launched at the same period. But the Sunny is a Bajaj make company and the Scooty is a TVS make company. So what is the difference between these two means? This vehicle is only made for a ladies' comfort. Now, you know, most of the city girls, they are going to college or schools by means of a two-wheeler. So for that only, for their comfortability, lightweight vehicles are manufactured by both the company. But the Sunny vehicle, they are not at all maintained a market more than 2 years because of the failure design. So these are the reason for the new product can be failed for a shorter duration. But you look into the Scooty, it is existing without any difficulty. There is a market is there. Okay, so therefore, what is the reason for a failure of your new product? Bajaj Sunny, why it is got failure means overestimation of market size. So the people are not thinking about the market. They are overestimating the size of the market. That is the first thing. Then the second thing is because of the overestimation of the market, they are doing a very poor design. Okay. So the Sunny vehicle, you cannot go two people at a time with a small slope. Okay, if a small slope is there road, then the two-wheeler will not be go because of their engine power, pulling power is not that much good for a sunny vehicle. So therefore now it has totally disappeared from the market. So because of poor design. Then incorrect positioning. Incorrect positioning means you know when the product to be launched in the market. That is the positioning of your component into the market is very, very important. When you have to launch, where you have to launch. This is the position. So incorrect positioning also you will be a failure. Then wrong timing. Wrong timing. That is when you have to launch. That is the very important. Time is also very important. Then the price is too high. Sometimes your initial product to get a more profit, you are given more cost of the product. So price too high. So your cost of the vehicle or cost of the anything, your new product will be too high. That is also one of the reason for your failure. Then the another reason is ineffective promotion. Promotion means that is called the advertisement. You know, in your every TV, you see that every product, whenever they are going to launch, they are promoting their vehicle. So if the promoting is not there in the initial stage, then also your product can be failure. That is called the ineffective promotion. Then management influence. So design engineers are good. Manufacturer side is also good, but your management is influencing urgently to get a new product. That also will be the another reason for getting a failure. Then high development cost. So here you are providing the cost will be high. So high development cost is also the one of the reasons for your product failure. Then our last one is the competition. So you always analyze and make a proper survey for the market. So the competition, what kind of product is equally there for your competition, your product competition, that you have to understand and analyze. Based on this only, you have to launch your product. So therefore, the competition of the market is also one of the reasons to get a product failure. So these are the different reasons why the new product is getting failure. Okay, then new product. So for new product development, what are the different processes that we are going to consider before launching a product to the market? Here you see that first one is idea generation. Idea means what kind of product to be required. Idea generation, you need a lot of work because you have to study the market. Say, here I want to say another thing. Suppose say you want to start a business, some business. So immediately you can have an idea that you want to sell a ceiling fan and a table fan. These are only two products what you are going to sell. Ultimately, what you are going to do, okay, you have to do the market survey, where these two fans are required very high. That is the market survey. So ultimately, what you are going to do, the location and the selection of the area where you have a market potential is very, very important. Instead, if you go and open a shop in Ooty or Kodaikanal for selling your ceiling fan or your table fan, is it worth? So the location itself, it is a wrong location because already there is a chill place. There is no need of ceiling fan or a table fan in the Ooty or a Kodaikanal area. So therefore, the market potential where it is available, how much it is available, there only you can do your starting your product, launching your product. That is called the idea generation. First, you can get the idea by means of a market survey or a survey from the community. Then once you get the idea, you can get different screening the idea because suppose if you want to make a product, this is the requirement of the customer. Then you can screen what are the different methodology to create this component. There are a number of methods are available. That is called the methods. Now from there, you can screen one methodology so that that methodology should be the optimum methodology and it can be easily fabricated and easily launched to the market. That is called the screening process. Your idea will be always there. Number of idea will be there. So among them, you can screen one idea and that particular idea, you can capture the what do you call, capture the concept and you can ready to prepare for that product. Then concept development and testing. Once that is screening, then you can develop a concept for that particular product and you can start doing testing, because without testing or development, it is not possible to launch your product. Then market strategy development. Once you are testing and developing your new product, then you can slowly enter into the market and you study the market strategy and you have to slowly develop your market. Then business analysis. How can you do the business? Suppose if you are launching your product to the market, immediately the money will not come to your hand. So you have to give the component and you can get the money after 3 months or 6 months based on your product. Suppose if your car is there, suppose you can take the Maruti show. Now they are launching different car. So the Maruti car will be always coming from Delhi. So if the Erode or any Salem district, if you are having 100 cars per month, now they are given 100 cars. But immediately the people from the Erode or Salem district, they will not give the money immediately to the head office. After selling only they can give. That is called the business analysis. So this is the area. If we launch 100 product in this particular area, the 100 product will be sold within a 2 months duration or 3 months duration, so that we can get a amount feedback to our company after 3 months only or after 6 months only based on the business. So that is called the business analysis. So when you can give the component and when you can get the money back for this product, then you have to do the product development. Based on this only, you have to do all your product development. Then test your marketing also. First, you can launch your product and test how the people are thinking about your product, whether they can feel comfort or they can feel discomfort. You can get both the comment. So for that purpose only nowadays, every people, they can receive your feedback for that product. Somebody they can give you a good feedback or somebody they can give you a bad feedback. That is called the marketing test. Then after analyzing all these things only, you have to go for commercialization. That is for properly launch your product to the market. That is the different process. These are the processes that can be involved for any new product development. If you fail any one process in this, then you will not be survived for a longer time in the market. That is the basic condition. Then, how you can get a successful product development? Everybody need to be a successful, because every businessman, they want to succeed in the business. They have a desire that we cannot change. So, for getting a successful product development, there are 5 characteristics of product development. It is very, very essential to get a successful product. What are they? First thing is you have to give a better quality. Your quality of the product to be in such a way so that nobody can meet your quality. That is the first and foremost mantra. Then the second one is a competitive cost of your product. So your cost of the product will be highly competitive along with the other product, equal product which is available in the market. Cost is also another thing. Then the new product development time, how much time it can take? I already told you Bajaj launches Sunny, TVS they can launch a Scooty. Now both are starting the same period, but to get a more market, Sunny has launched very quickly to the market. But because of the quickness, they can have a failure. Here, they can take a correct time and they can have a rigid design and they will be launched in a proper time, so that will take a better time. So development time to be optimized. It should not be too low. It should not be too high. It should be exact time so that your quality will not be declined at any point of time. That is the very, very important. Then the development cost, how much cost that you are going to spend for your new product development. That is also one of the very, very important things, because of the new product development, after designing the new product, you have to go for manufacturing, then only you can bring it into the market. So for manufacturing, if you want to manufacture your new product, whether you need a new machinery or new tools, all these things are comes under this development cost. So therefore, these also you can keep in mind. Suppose say if you have limited resources in your industry, based on the limited resources, you can have a new product. If it is not possible, if you want to get a new machinery or new tool for your new product, that cost is also considered here for your development. Okay, then the development capability. Whether is it possible to you get a new development? Okay, development capability. You have a capable or not? Suppose say big factory, suppose a Maruti or a Fiat or Hyundai, they are having a large company, so they have a capability to do anything. But for a middle level company, they want to make a new product development. They can first identify whether they can capable or not. If it is not capable, how can you develop the new product? Whether we can get a outsourcing of some of the component to the outside so that they can have a minimum development cost, and all these things will be analyzed before getting a new product development. So these are the 5 important parameters that can be decided for your successful product development. Then what is the product life cycle? Here the product life cycle is one of the very important. Product life cycle is a course that your product sales and profit takes over its lifetime. This is the one definition. Another definition, the birth of the component, new product, to the death of the product, new product is the distance between different, that is called the span between the birth of the new product to the death of the new product is called as a product life cycle. Okay. Now the product life cycle concept is derived from the fact that a given product's volume or revenue follow a typical pattern of 4 phases. There are 4 phases are there in a product life cycle. What are the 4 different phases? You say there is a introduction phase, growth phase, maturity and stabilization phase, and a decline phase. Say this is the introduction of your new product. This is called the birth of the final product. You are first to bring it into the market. That is called the initial phase. Now in the initial phase, you see that the sales are very smaller only. You see that the curve will be indicating here. It will be slowly raising. So in the introduction phase, the sales is also very small and also the profit are also very small. Then the growth period, the sales will be goes on increasing. Rapidly it is increasing and you can get a more profit. Then in the maturity stabilization means your product will be continuously sold without any disturbance. So whatever you are going to produce in your industry, it can be sold in the market without any difficulty. So therefore, in this case, you have a maximum profit and a maximum sales will be there. After that, over a period of time, there is a declining of your product. So when it will be declining, automatically your sales volume is reduces, your profit also reduces, and because of this, you can use your knowledge to get a new product. So when you can start your new product means when your product is decline condition. In this phase, 4th phase is entering, immediately you can start doing your new product design. So this is the place where you can get. So introduction phase, growth phase, maturity phase, or it is called the stabilization phase also, and then you can get a declined manner. Okay, this is a horizontal time and this is a volume. You see that I will why product life cycle? PLC determines revenue earned. So the product life cycle will be the main the main thing what you have to understand from here means how much revenue that you are going to earn for each and every phase. So contributes to strategic marketing planning. Based on the revenue earned, you can change your marketing strategy. You know very well, say in the fruit shop or your vegetable shop, morning they will be given some rate. And afternoon or evening time, they will be given some other rate. Because of their marketing change, if you are maintaining that product for a longer time, it can be spoiled. So therefore, that contributes the marketing planning is also very important. Helps the firm to identify when the products need support. Say in these 4 phases, when the product needs support, when you want to give a more attention. for development. And redesign, where the redesign is required, and where you have to withdraw your products, because sometimes more customers, more marketing people are coming to introduce their product. Okay, competitive people are coming to introduce their product. That time, sometimes your product will not be sold for even a single piece for 1 month. So in that case, you can withdraw that component. That is called the withdrawal. So whether when your product needs support, redesign or withdrawal, all these things will be properly identified means of the FIB. Then help in planning for new product development. All this will be required to helping for the new product development. Helps in forecasting and managing cash flow. So here, this product life cycle also helps you for forecasting how much you are going to manufacture. That is forecasting in future. And managing the cash flow. Your money flow will be also based on this product life cycle. So all the things will be based on this diagram. Then say this is the sales and profit over a product life cycle. This is the product development time. Your product development time, you see that this is the profit. Product development time and introduction time, your profit will be goes to the negative side only. The blue curve there refers. Then after introducing stage, end of the introduction, you are starting a growing stage. In the growth stage, you can get a maximum profit. In the maturity also, you can get a maximum profit and a maximum sale. After that only, it will use to the, say, you see that the red curve will be the sale curve and the blue curve will be the profit curve. So the profit will be maximum only in the period of growth and maturity, and your profit is going on decreasing during the decline period. So in this period only, you will always be alert to change your product strategy. Or you want to redesign your component, or you can withdraw your component, or you can go for a new component. So all these things will be at the end of the maturity period. You know very well from the market strategy, your sales or goes on decreases over a period of time. Then you can start immediately to change your attitude. Okay, so this is the concept of this sales and profit over the product life cycle. You say in the first product development, there is a new ideas are there, market survey is required, can it be produced or at a profit cost, then product development and refinement is required, testing of the marketing, then analysis of testing, your result, then preparation for launch, publicity, marketing campaign, everything will be done during the time of product development. Once the product development is over, then it is an introduction. So new product. Introduction of the product into the market, it may be new product or old product to the new market. So both will be there. Sometimes the same product will be launched in a different fashion, or you can introduce a totally new product. Then demand is low. During the introduction period, demand will be always low. You have a high cost but low sales, low profit also there. Then you need for advertisement and promotion. You have to promote your product during the time of introduction. Then monitor initial sales. Always you can bother or you can continuously monitor your marketing strategy, whether how much sale is going on during the introduction period. Once the momentum is increases, the introduction phase, you say sales will be always low. Characteristics and objectives of the introduction phase. Sales will be low, cost is say high cost per customer, profit is always negative. Marketing objective, create product awareness and trial. You have to introduce or you can make an advertisement or you can do some promotion for your product. Then growth period, say this is a period to improve your efficiency and product availability as well as service. So once the growth is started, your product, then you should do wonderful service. That is very, very important. Today, every product, the people are expecting, the customer expectation is the proper servicing. So similarly, the product availability, all these things will be very, very essential in the growth period. Then cost efficiency, time to market. So when the product is required to the market, with the exact time you can launch, you can give it to the product to the market. Then pricing and discount policies are announced during the time of growth period. So major factors in gaining customer confidence. So these are the things: cost efficiency, time to market, pricing, and the discount policies are to be introduced during the growth period so that the customers are having a confidence on your product. So increased customer awareness is also equally important during the time of growth. The sales growth rate is automatically increases because of limited or no competition. So sometimes if your product is good, there is no competition exists, automatically your growth will be rapidly grows. Very fastly it will be grows to the higher level. Then your revenue also increases. So here you see the characteristics, sales will be rapidly rising, cost per customer is average, profit is rising, market objective maximize market share. Your market share is also increases during this growth phase. Then in the maturity phase, this period is the period of highest return from the product. So how much maximum profit will be obtained only in the maturity period only. Sales reach your peak level. Marketing cost of the product decreases. So your marketing cost will be again declined. So slightly decreases. Ratio of revenue to cost is very high. So your revenue and the cost is too high. Sales growth is likely to be low. In the maturity period, end of the maturity, there is a sales growth likely to be low, but the competition likely to be greater. So why this maturity is reached means some of the other people will enter into the market. New people will enter into the market so that they will be customer is looking on the new product. So automatically your maturity will start declining. So monitor market change, new strategies. So in this case, you have to always alert. You have to continuously monitor the market changes and what are the new strategies that you are going to follow to be introduced in the maturity stage. Then you say maturity phase, characteristics and objectives, sales or peak. You are having a peak sale, cost, low cost per customer. Then profit, you are having a higher profit, but market objectives, maximize profit while defending market share. Okay, then finally say decline. Why your product is going to decline? The reason is competitors enter into the market with the better product feature, advanced technology, and cost reduced. Cost is less. So these are the three different factors why you are going to decline your component. So that time sales start declining. You are having a peak sale in the maturity period, but there is a very less sales during the time of decline period. So when your sales is going on decreases, then you can make a marketing cost of the product is automatically the marketing cost of the product is also rises. So decision to withdraw, whether you have to withdraw your component or you want to redesign your component, all these things will be considered during the time of declined period. Then only you can sustain in the market. You see that here characteristics of the decline phase, sales declining, cost, low cost per customer, profit is reduced, then marketing objective, reduce expenditure and milk the brand. Okay, so these are the reason why you are going, these are the different phases. This is called the fundamentals of your product life cycle. So introduction, growth, maturity and the decline. So these are the four, every product, the four phases is always there. So the Pakka design engineer should look into that in a very exact time and they can do the redesign. Okay, now what are the strategies based on the product life cycle? You know, product for a product, you have say introduction, offer basic product, growth, offer product exception, service, warranty, all these things will be there in the growth. Maturity, diversify brands, models, then decline, phase out weak products. Then the price is also one of the very important factor. Then the distribution, advertising, sales promotion, all these things will be there in the product life cycle. So these are based on your strategy. The different strategies what we are going to follow for your product life cycle. Then product policy of an organization. Say here the product policy is the top management decision. Every organization has to own product strategies. Okay, so these are different, depends on your product, also depends on your, what do you call it, the selling condition. So these policies become a unique selling proportion of the company. The same company can opt different policies for different product. Okay, so these are the product policy means for producing any new product, the organization will have a policy. Based on that only you have to do. Then, various product policies. What are the policies that you are going to consider? Means say low price, high quality, then compromise between cost and quality, then safety. These four things are very, very essential. I will tell you some examples. Say lowest price. What are the lowest? What is the meaning of lowest price? Lower cost is the main criteria used to compete in the market. So whenever your cost is low, at the same time you have a better quality, automatically you can compete with the market. Company offer the product at the cheaper price than its competitor. Okay. Now profit is less, but the company makes the substantial profit by the larger volume. You say example, sanitary bags or carry bags are having a very less profit only, but it will be manufactured at a large volume and the sales is also very high. So this is called the lowest price of the component. Then highest quality. Quality means what here? You say some organization offer highest quality product irrespective of the cost. Cost is not a matter. Quality alone is a matter. For example, you see that it is to fulfill the need of special class of customers who value the quality as the only criteria to purchase the product. They don't bother about the cost. They need a quality. For example, you say all the medical equipment. Okay, so medical equipment are always higher quality, but they need always a higher cost. This is the higher quality product. Then compromise between cost and quality. You see that some organization offer product with the optimum blend of quality and the cost to capture the large section. Here you see that the mobile television. Every year you see that the products are reasonably good quality in proportion to its price. The organizer try to give good value to the customer for his money. Example, mobile and television. Okay, these are the compromise between cost and quality. If you have a higher quality, you want to need a more quality, automatically the cost is also high. If the quality is somewhat decreases, that is quality means here the feature what you have in the component, particular product, like mobile phones and televisions, you know the options are more means automatically the cost is also high. Then the safety. Say safety in the main criteria on which they compete in the market is say electrical gadgets, medical instruments, home applications are need high safety. So in that case, the safety aspect is also considered for your product design. So this is the one of the four fundamental things what you have to remember. Okay. So the product, this is called the product policy. Now here you say some of the product you have say product policy is not only concerned with the product, also it is function is also very, very important. The function of the product fulfills. You see here, durability is one of the very important things. Explanation, non-durable, durable. You say example, hairspray is a non-durable. Your automobile is a durable. So this is the functional variation. Functional product that can be fulfill the customer requirement. Reusability, non-reusable, reusable. Your detergent soap is not reusable. Glass bottles are reusable. Recyclability, non-recyclable, recyclable. Pesticides are not recyclable, but your paper is recyclable. Way of production, mass production or a craft-made goods. So light bulbs are mass production, craft-made furniture or it is a single product. So likewise, the product and their function is also very, very important for your strategy of the product life cycle. Then selection of profitable product. How you can select a profitable product? Before selecting any product, new product design, the organization has to carry SWOT analysis. You know what is the meaning of SWOT analysis? There is a S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunity, T for threat. This is called the SWOT analysis. Everybody should know their strength and their weakness, the company strength and the company weakness, and what are the opportunities are available based on the strength and weakness, and what are the threats that you are going to face for launching a new product. So all these things you have to understand before introducing a new product. Now you say that the strength or say abundant financial source. You have a strong financial sources, well-known brand name. You have a pakka brand name. Superior management talent. You have your talent, superior management team is there. better marketing skill. Marketing managers are also have. Then committed employees. You have a pakka employees. So all these are your strength. Weakness is financial sources are not that much good. You are a limited finance. Then weak spending on R&D. So you don't have more money to spend R&D. Then limited distribution. The distribution is only limited area. It will not go beyond to that certain level. Then higher cost. You are producing a component with a higher cost. Then you don't have any marketing skill. Poor marketing skill is there. Limited management skill and untrained employees. These are the weakness. Okay. Then opportunities are rapid market growth. Suddenly you can grow your market. Changing customer needs taste. So you have customer needs are very often changing and their taste is also changing. New users for product discovered. New users. So for new product, you have to always discover for new users. Then same decline for your subsequent product. Any product is going to decline immediately, you can go for the new product. That is called your opportunities available in the market. Then threats means entry of the foreign competitors. So sometimes the foreign competitive peoples are entering into the market, then introducing of new substitute products, then product life cycle is you are declining your product life cycle, then economic downturn. So all these are the threats what you are going to face for a new product design. Then the challenges in selection. An ever increasing variety of products are now available, each having its own characteristics, application, advantages, and limitations. So the challenges in selection is based on this category. So select the optimal product according to the requirement of the customer. So this is the very first and foremost one. Customer need is very, very essential. Then cost, design in service requirement. All these things are very, very essential for challenging your new product. The new product design component, you see that the product design is conceptualization of an idea about a product and the transform of idea into a reality. Already I told. To transform the idea into reality, a specification about the product is prepared. That is also already told. The specification is prepared by considering different constraints such as product process, customer expectation, etc. So here the product production process is also very important. Customer expectation is also important. Okay, now you say the in product design stages, all aspects of products are analyzed. All aspects, what are the material selection, what are the dimension, what are the shape required, and what are the safety measurements that you are going to take. All areas you have to analyze very pakka before the introduction of the product. Final decision regarding the product is taken on the basis of analysis only. This decision can be any aspect related to the product. Example, say dimension or tolerant, already I told you. No problem. Then you say objective of product design. Here, what is the fundamental objectives for going a new product design? To ensure growth of the organization. Your organization to be continuously grow. To meet the new requirement of the customer, to utilize the surplus capacity of the organization, such as physical facility, manpower, etc. All these things to be always there in your organization. To utilize the surplus fund of the organization, to increase company's market share and target new market segment. So you have to meet these kind of objectives to get a new product design. Features of a good product design. Say your functionality, reliability, and productivity are the three important things for a good product design, new product design. The product must function properly for intended purpose. So what purpose that you are going to design a one particular product, that purpose will be fully solved or is function. So that is called the functionality. Reliability, the product must perform properly for the designated period of time. Say some company, they are given 5-year warranty, 10-year warranty. So for this period, the component or the product will be performed without any failure. That is called the reliability. Productivity, the product must be produced with a required quantity and quality at a defined and feasible cost. This is also very, very important. This is called the features of good product design.
Then another thing is a quality, standardization, and maintainability. This is also very important. Quality means the customer should satisfy what you supply, the product. Then standardization, if anything goes wrong, you have used a standard component for your design. Then only the replacement of the component is very easy during the time of service. So therefore, standardization is very important. Maintainability, the maintenance of the component is a very minimum cost, or also it will be a very easiest way. So in that way only you can do the product. So this is also another 3 different features of your good product design. Then concept of product design, you must go for research and development. Basic research is a search for new knowledge. Okay, it does not have any immediate application, but based on the basic research, new product can be developed in future. So overnight, the new product cannot be designed. So you can do a lot of research and development, then only you can go for new, the new product can be designed over a period of time. For that, you must have a knowledge on reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is one of the important topic. It is a very vast topic, but here I am given only simple one. The process of carefully dismantling the product, understanding its design, and developing a product which is better than the existing one. Say reverse engineering, you know very well. So this is the one thing what you require. Then CAD/CAM technologies. Now you should know what are the different modern tools available for designing your component and for analysis your component. So CAD/CAM tools are nowadays available. So therefore you can use this CAD/CAM tool for your design and manufacturing. Then concept is another is a concurrent engineering. Concurrent engineering means it is also known as a simultaneous engineering. It is a method of designing and developing products in which the different stages run simultaneously rather than consecutively. Because here all the department, that is financial department, marketing department, design department, manufacturing department, quality assurance department, and the management, everything will be simultaneously do their operation so that everybody should know what is going on each and every stages. So it decreases the product development time and also time to market. Okay, so concurrent engineering concept will be used for decreasing time. Your time of the time design and the development of the product is decreases, and you can give your component to the market in a very short duration. This will lead into improved productivity and reduced cost. Then here, this is the one of the very important thing, design for excellence, DFX. X, you can put any number, anywhere you can put. Say design for excellence or DFX is a systematic design approach that entitles wide range of guidelines and standard focused on optimizing the product realization life cycle. Here, design for X, where the variable X is interchangeable with one of many values depending on the particular objective of the venture. Here I will show you one diagram. You see that the guidelines ensures the issues related to manufacturing is cost, quality, assembly, and serviceability are addressed at the design stage. The main guidelines for your design of excellence is manufacturing, cost, quality, assembly, and serviceability. These are mostly addressed at the design stage itself. Okay, now you see that this is called the DFX, design for manufacturing, design for production. Instead of X, you can put anywhere, design for manufacturing, production, design of cost, design for service, design for safety, then manufacturing and assembly, design for reliability, design for assembly, and design for ergonomics. All these things will be come into picture. Generally, they can call it as a DFX. Okay, now design for manufacturing is a development practice emphasizing manufacturing issues throughout the product development process. Okay, so after doing your design, you must go for manufacturing. Okay, the successful manufacturing result in lower production cost without sacrificing your quality of the product. So that is very, very important. So DFM will be, that is what I told, whether the new machine is to be purchased for manufacturing or what are the tools required for purchasing, manufacturing the component. All these things will be analyzed in this. Okay, you see that estimate of the manufacturing cost. So this is the very, very important to reduce your product cost. You say raw material cost, labor cost, purchased component. This is the manufacturing system. This is the input. Then equipment cost, information, tooling. Then service charge, supplies, energy. Then wastage will be there. Finally, it will come to the finished goods. So all these put together only you can do your final estimated price of the component. Okay. Then these are the different elements of the manufacturing cost of the product. So manufacturing cost, components, assembly, overhead. Then in the component side, you say standard component, custom component. Standard component we can purchase directly from the market. Custom component we have to manufacture by the special jigs and fixer. Then you say raw material, processing, tooling. Then assembly, labor assembly and equipment and tooling, and overhead cost, support and intake as allocation. So all these things are the different elements of your manufacturing cost and product. Okay. Then design for assembly and principle. So while you are going to make a design, minimize the part count. Design parts with a self-locating feature. While you are making assembly, you have to always the minimum number of parts to be required. Then the parts with self-locating feature, automatically it will be located automatically, self-locating, then self-fashioning. Then minimize the reorientation of the parts during assembly. Reorientation means it will be having a minimum displacement will be required for assembly purpose. Then design parts for retrieval, handling, insertion, all these things will be very essential. Then emphasize top-down assembly. So you can go from what top-down assembly. So that will be the very easiest way. Then standardize parts for minimum use of fasteners. Then encourage your modular design. Modular design means 2 and 3 parts are assembled together to get a one part. That is called the modular design. Design for a base part to locate other components. Then design for component symmetry for insertion. So all these things are very, very essential for your assembly purpose. Then what is the difference between design for assembly and design for manufacturing? You say it is concerned only with reducing product assembly cost, minimizes number of assembly operation. Individual parts tend to be more complex in design. So here to reduce the assembly cost, the design for assembly is very important. Then minimize the number of assembly operation. Here to reduce the overall part production cost, minimize the complexity of manufacturing operation, uses common datum feature and primary axis. That is here for manufacturing, the tolerance level will be based on your primary axis. So this is the very important thing. Then the design for assembly, it is a DFMA, design for manufacturing and assembly. It defines optimal part design, material selection, assembly and fabrication operations to produce an efficient and cost-effective product. This is very, very important for considering the manufacturing and assembly. It reveals that initial ideas may not be the most effective. Okay, sometimes we have initially some idea for assembly and manufacture, but this will not work out during the time of real-time manufacturing and assembly. So therefore, we have to analyze a lot in this area. Then DFMA, what are some guidelines I am given here, some 2-3 slides. After that, I will finish my lecture. Design guidelines are qualitative description of good design practices. Then design guidelines are intended to be used by designer during design synthesis. You see that this is a product design process. Design problem, product design process. This is the product design, final product. For that, the design guidelines will be come over here to get a final product design. Here you see that further, design easily manufacturable product. So you have to design in such a way so that the components are easily manufactured with the available resources. This is the meaning of this first point. Then avoid using separate fasteners. So fasteners will be always available in our hand. So using this fastener only you can do the product guidelines. Otherwise you will do the assembly operation. Minimize assembly stages and the positions. So the minimum assembly stages to be required, maximize compatibility. Okay, then minimize handling. Handling distance and the handling time is also to be minimized for different assembly purpose. Then you see that the Professor Henry Stoll, he has given some design guidelines. Number of components in your product should be minimum. The minimum number of product, suppose say if 2 or 3 products are together joined to one product, then it will be minimum product. So design a modular product, use standard components, integrate parts, aim to multifunctional components, design components which can be used widely on different components. Okay, so this is the guidelines given by Professor Henry and Stoll. Then some other people say, according to Bootyard and Dewars, ideal characteristics of part assembly are part is inserted from top of the assembly so that the gravity helps to stabilize the partial assembly. So from bottom to top assembly only we can consider. The base will be always in the bottom. In the top only we can do the other assemblies. So that what can happen, the gravity helps to stabilize the partial assembly. So parts and assembly site can be designed to be self-aligning. It can be aligned automatically. Self-aligning is required. The chamfer is most common self-alignment feature. Chamfer and fillet will be given in machine component to self-aligning process. Then parts are assembled in one single linear motion. That is from bottom to top assembly. Then parts are secured immediately after insertion. So these are the different guidelines are there in the design for manufacturing and assembly. Here I have taken only the design for manufacturing and assembly, and still there are more areas are there. Value engineering is there, and you can have a design guidelines for individual machining operation. Then casting design is there. Then designing for grinding purpose and how the tolerances are given. All this, the value engineering is the one of the very, very important topic. But I am not covering in this area because already the time is 11 minutes more I have taken. So till that I will stop here today. Okay, so thank you very much for your listening. Students, you have any doubt, you can just raise me so that I can clarify your views.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Students, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask our professor related to this new product design and development.
So anyway, I have taken some very speed lecture because of 1 hour duration. I want to cover some basic area. I don't know how far, but I will share this PowerPoint to you so that you can distribute to your students so that they can benefit.
So student, if you have any doubt, otherwise we will conclude the session. Okay, sir. Okay. Anyway, now it is a time for vote of thanks. First of all, thank you very much to Professor Dr. V. Hariharan, sir, for your valuable and very informative webinar lecture about the new product design and development. Definitely, this give an open eye to our students to learn something about what are the factors that is going to be considered for the product design and for further developments. Anyway, sir, thank you very much, sir. In behalf of our Government Education Institution and the Department of Mechanical Engineering, I thank you very much, sir, for your valuable information about this through this webinar. And also my sincere thanks to our Honorable Chairman, sir, Chairperson, Madam, Vice Chairman, Madam, our Principal, Dr. T.K. Kannan, sir, and our Academic Director, Dr. Sajay Gandhi, sir, our Vice Principals, Dr. Chandrababu, sir, and Dr. Gandhi, sir, and our department, Head of the Department, Dr. N. Balakrishnan, sir, and all of our faculty members, those who are giving support and help to conduct this webinar. And foremost, all the students, those who are participating in this webinar, thank you very much. And sir, thank you very much, sir, Dr. V. Hariharan, sir, for your tight schedule. You are spend the time, especially for our students. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the management, principal, head of the department, and faculty of the Mechanical Engineering department, and students who are listening very patiently for last 1 hour 15 minutes. Really, I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present my views in this forum. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
students.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Students, the feedback link is now posted in your the chat box. Please all are fill and submit. All should submit that feedback form without fail because this is treated as your today's for afternoon session attendance also. So that all should fill and submit the feedback link. And also, thank you very much, students, those who are participated in this today's webinar. Definitely, this webinar is very useful to you based on the new product design and development for your further studies also. Thank you very much, those who are participated. And those all are please fill and submit the feedback link. Thank you very much.